Alright, here's the blocking for my Far Cry 4 story exploration type experience. Whole premise is that there was a village living underneath this goddess statue, and they were kind of like still worshiping it and whatnot. They have like their pyres here to respect the dead underneath, the goddess. And pagan men kind of caught wind of this and figured there must be something else buried underneath here, something worth values, worth something. So he sends his forces up here to go and kind of force the people to start mining into the mountain. And when they mine into the mountain, they start to find this whole taboo type situation where it's like, they have this statue of the goddess, and like they stumble across this scene, this shrine, and it kind of unearths it, starts to awaken this power, rekindles this flame, and starts to send a taboo down upon the village. And they go through and they kill pagan men's forces. They burn the bodies, and they take they kill the villagers, and they put them up in these fires and stuff like that. The player actually spawns in one of these fires, and implying that they are one of the villagers. The thing is, the player actually starts out like on fire, just so that they kind of get that initial feeling of like, why am I here, what happened, what's going on immediately, and they start asking these questions. And from there, they can, as they're panicking, they can see this light that kind of guides them into the cave. From there, the next piece after they walk out is going to be this goddess statue, and they're going to go head towards it. And as they start heading down towards it, they're going to start to get a view of the let me just fly here, much easier, get a view of the town. It's going to be more lights down here, probably more fires to show, kind of guide the player down there. And as they go further downhill, they have to go in these grappling points to basically descend the hands of the goddess. And start to go back down to this town. And from here, they have to enter through these buildings, and in these buildings, is going to be a lot of embedded narrative saying what happened to some of these town people, how they died. There may not be some enemies, not a lot. This isn't supposed to be a combat experience. It's just enough to provide some tension in the world. And yeah, I'm going to fix these buildings being floating once I actually figure out their final positions, because right now this is all kind of up in the air. And also, I'm kind of using up quite a bit of object space already, so trying to see if I can't trim this down and make this a little bit more compact, leaving enough room to put in some of that embedded narrative in there. And then as they continue descending down this slight incline, they get down to this boat, which is going to be their salvation point, which is actually the thing that ends the game. Once they try to interact or get near this boat, it'll end the level for them. So yeah, that's the experience so far. It's just descending, discovering, and yeah, answering these questions hopefully for them, and raising these questions in the form of objects I can place. It's the whole shtick from now on. But yeah, this area up here I'm pretty happy about, so I'm probably just going to shrink it up, just because this is a lot of space for a campsite, and the trek from here to here is a little bit unnecessary, especially if I'm not putting much in there. So I'll probably just shrink that up and bring closer there. And I'll put a lot more objects here to imply that they were mining here. The inside of this cave I'm really happy with, so I'm probably not going to touch. But down here I'm definitely going to be changing buildings around and doing all sorts of things down here, messing with the terrain, just so it just feels better, and it's better for the narrative if it's structured that way. So I'll mess around with that. But yeah, that's the level so far.